Hi, this is Lynn Anderson. I'm the director of the Durland Alternatives Library on the Cornell campus. The Alternatives Library is free. It's open to everyone. I would encourage anybody in the Ithaca, New York area to please visit the library. But if you can't actually get here because you're farther away, I would invite you to please request our collection through the Finger Lakes Library System interlibrary loan at your own local library. I wanted to just show that the library's not all work and no play, so I brought some of our music collection along with me, and here it goes. DVDs, a couple of DVDs we have. This is called Scratch. It's all about using, all of the old records that we all had to make great sounds for modern music. This is really a wonderful look at that whole process. Baba Mal. It's just to show the scope of what we have. West African, Senegalese, fantastic folk performer. Woody Guthrie, our own Woody Guthrie. Steve Earle, a well-known folk singer of our time. Heartworn Highways is about the revitalization of the modern the modern country music scene in Nashville and Austin. It has such great songwriters as Tom Van Zandt and Steve Earle. Our music collection is pretty broad. I'll start with the world music collection. And this is an Egyptian woman, Kulthum, who's very well known in the Arab world. And if you've never heard her, you must hear her music. She's one of the finest singers in the world, or was, I should say. Rajasthani folk music. Relics is music that comes from one of the periodicals we have. It used to be called Global Rhythm, and now it's changed to this name. We have both the periodical and the music that comes with it, and it's really an interesting look at modern day performers and writers, and they're from around the world. Rough Guide puts out some great CDs. This is one of them, Arabesque. Putumayo is another group that puts out some wonderful compilations from around the world, and this one is Acoustic Africa, a beautiful CD. Classical Chinese folk music, and I'm just showing you a few of the things we have just to give you an idea of the scope of our collection. Here is a collection we have of a couple of CDs called Gypsy Queens, another great collection called Desert Blues, a couple of CDs from people like Hamza Al-Din, Yusundur, Umu Sangari, whom if you were at Grassroots this year you would have seen, Ali Farkaturi, Baba Mal is on this one as well. And then we have our blues folk collection, and a little bit of country thrown in there too. Such great notables as Irma Thomas and Betty Wright, Tom Waits, well known. Here's a great Blind Willie McTowell album with his wife Kate, not as well known as many of his albums. Brownie McGee and Sonny Terry. This is an old album that's been redone by Smithsonian Folkways, and Smithsonian Folkways has put a number of albums on CD and made them available. This is Muddy Waters, one of my favorite blues people. Another one of my favorite blues people, B.B. King. The Yazoo people have put out a whole series of old-time folk music, and this is Hard Times Come Again No More. And Dr. John, New Orleans, and Jim Kweskin's Jug Band, Greatest Hits. That's an old one too that was re-released on CD. And then again we have our pop collection of pretty widespread. Marvin Gaye, Dead Prez, a very fine folk singer and songwriter from Canada, Bruce Coburn. And then we have more contemporary, Tupac Shakur, well-known and beloved Graham Parsons, and Prince. That's like just a tiny little scope of what we have going on there. In the jazz collection, we have quite a few. Terence Blanchard, Bill Evans Trio, a number of Bill Evans. He's one of my favorites. John Coltrane and Miles Davis, of course, are classics. Some of the fine women of jazz, Miss Christie, June Christie, Bella Fleck and the Flecktones. This is a great one by Gilberto Gil and Milton Nascimento, a fine songwriter and singer. Diana Krall, one of my favorite women female vocalists. Dee Dee Bridgewater. And here is a Roy Eldridge and Jean Krupa. And some of the magazines we have in our song, singing, and music collection are Sing Out. No Depression, which is now just online. It's no longer can be found in paper form, but we do have a few of their issues in paper. American Songwriter, and there it says it, 25 years anniversary. A very popular one, Dirty Linen. Performing Songwriter. And one of the newest ones that we have, and one of the most popular, is Paste, which also comes with a CD, and this is reviews of contemporary music, film, writing, and a really well-done magazine. So that is our music collection and music periodical collection, and I hope you take the time to come in the library. If you see something here that you think your library should get, I would encourage you to ask them to get it, and if they can't afford it, why don't you buy a subscription or buy a CD for your local library? You can listen to it for a while and give it to them and share it with the rest of the community. Thank you for your time. Bye.